Okay, now hold on. I get it. Before you freak out at me in the comments below, I'm not saying that rookie number 4 overall pick, cornerback Ahmad Sauce Gardner, is going to have anything close to the career accomplishments or the NFL legacy of what I consider to be the second best wide receiver who's ever done it, Hall of Famer Randy Moss. But there is one thing, one specific characteristic that I can't help but notice about these two, and I think we're going to see it in pretty short order once Sauce takes the field on Sundays, and that is they look different than anybody who ever did it at their respective positions. Remember when Moss came out, and he was tall and long and lanky and skinny, built like Snoop Dogg, right? The swagger, the jumping ability. He just was a different animal than anything we had seen really at the wide receiver position. And Sauce Gardner, interestingly enough, although Randy Moss is a little bit over an inch taller than Sauce, Sauce Gardner has an identical wingspan, just under 80 inches, and hand size 9 5/8 as Randy Moss. Robbie Sabo calling Sauce's combination of length and hip fluidity near fictional, inhuman. And it got me thinking, the sports nerd in me, I'm like, man, is Sauce Gardner the longest cornerback in NFL history? And he just might be. It's not the easiest stat to Google. I started going through the tallest corners in NFL history and finding their respective wingspans and arm length. And Sauce is considerably longer than a notoriously big, long cornerback such as Richard Sherman and Antonio Cromartie. And he has an identical wingspan to the tallest cornerback who ever played. That is Lenny Walls, who is listed at just over 6'4". So, man, we might have to invent a new term. We hear about catch radius with wide receivers, right? They're not that open, but you throw it to them and they can still make a play on the football as long as it's close to them. Well, the inverse of that is going to be Sauce Gardner's coverage radius. You think you're open, then he sticks one of those Mrs. Incredible arms out there and bats the ball down. And, Robbie Sabo also saying he's looking like he can hold up pretty well against the run. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and predict him to be a shutdown corner. He's never taken a snap, and I don't know if the NFL rules will even allow for shutdown corners anymore. He can get a little grabby. He's got to clean that up. But one of the things we worried about with Sauce was with that frame. When out of Cincinnati, I was like, dude, this kid's a toothpick. He's really, really skinny. And just saw this video drop where he was showing off like a grill that he was wearing. So whatever you might think about that, we talked about the swagger. But Sauce Gardner in this picture to me has looked like he's put on some considerable size. And that's really, really important. He had to bulk up a little bit for the NFL game. And what are my expectations for Sauce Gardner? Being Randy Moss or that level of player is a little bit far-fetched of an expectation to put on any rookie. But I think by the end of the year, we should be considering Sauce Gardner one of the top 20 cornerbacks in the league right away by the end of his rookie season. I think that's a realistic expectation for the number 4 overall pick. And then starting in year 2, he should be a Pro Bowler and on and up from there. Hey, if it's not Randy Moss, there is an actual former cornerback that I think is a good pro comp for Sauce Gardner. You can check that out down below. Subscribe if you are new, and we'll talk ball soon.